ultimate power in the universe.
At last we will reveal ourselves.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You are now tuned into LightSaber Radio. If you only knew the power of dark
Here it comes.
Let's go.
You are now tuned into LightSaber Radio. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello there.
Welcome to LightSaber Radio, the most outrageous Star Wars show on the web. If you haven't already done it, make sure you smash that subscribe button as well as the bell icon so you will be notified of all of our future episodes. Also, don't forget to press that like button. It helps get these videos in front of other Star Wars fans so they can get in on the outrageousness. So how's everyone doing today?
We're good, dude. How are you?
Doing well, doing well.
You're starting to spit rhymes, bro.
You
You're good at that.
like that, huh? Hey, why didn't nobody tell me that there's like a black line on the whole side of the intro video? Like I was noticing, like there's like the whole right side of the thing. I'm like, where did that come from? Like I did not notice that.
I didn't notice it, so
I didn't even notice, bro. I wasn't paying attention.
yeah.
Like, dude, I bet you that's been there like the whole time, and nobody ever noticed it. Like, what's going on, Chris? How you doing today? Okay, so we're going to be taking a look at Idiot's Array, number 11 in season 1 of Star Wars Rebels. So I'm going to give a quick breakdown of what happened in this episode, and then we'll go into our thoughts about everything. So basically, Zeb bets and loses Chopper to a smuggler, Lando Calrissian, in the game of Sabacc, forcing the Ghost crew to assist Lando with a dangerous smuggling run to get their droid back. However, during the smuggling run, Lando trades Hera to a crime lord as Morgan in exchange for a puffer pig, which can detect precious minerals for mining purposes, leaving Hera to escape in an escape pod. Humiliated as Morgan and his henchmen intercept the rebels on Lothal to take revenge. The crew successfully drives the gangsters away. The rebels part way with Lando, though not before Chopper stealing the fuel to Lando's ship, which a smuggler concedes as payment for their help. And that's about the breakdown of the thing. Sorry, my reading. I didn't get to read it a couple times before I did this. I just threw it up there. So, real quick, what did you guys think of the episode?
I thought it was hilarious.
I always
loved
enjoy
it.
this episode. As many times I've watched this episode, it never gets old to hear Billy D. Williams' voice. Like,
Oh, dude, I
it
love
never
it.
gets old.
Hi, old pirate.
Like,
What are you doing, you old pirate?
what throws me off though is like when you sit there and you watch this, it's like, Lando, you be pulling some Han Solo slick shit. Like,
Yes.
what are you doing here? Like, you're normally growing more suave and more debonair. You literally approach this in a Han Solo mindset. It's like, oh,
Definitely.
you'll know once we get there. And you'll know the plan once it happens. Which is straight just shooting from the waist.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's a little bit special to see how. Just to see how much alike they try to make Lando and Han. But you got to remember, they do become best friends, or not, I wouldn't maybe consider them best friends, but good friends. So when they're discussing, or when he's doing things and just the way he handles things, there's always an alternative motive going on in the background somewhere in everything that he got going on. But when you come back to it and you like really listen to it, it's like, dang, Billy D just, like I said, man, they just need to get an actor to play him in the Lando Calrissian series and just have Billy D do all the voiceovers. They really need to do that. Like, don't even let the dude really talk. Just let Billy D do the voiceovers. You can't have Han without Billy D.
I am serious about this, though. If they bring in Billy D, let Donald Glover do the acting. Let him do all the stuff because he killed it in Solo. I loved his adaptation. But let Billy D be that commentator of like, yeah, this is where shit got real. Like kind of like Morgan Freeman in the background kind of stuff. I think it would be a little bit more complimentary to him. That way he's not like exerting himself in the booth all the time and having to go in, out, and doing 100 different takes on one line, you know.
Well, I just don't see that happening because, you know, Glover's going to be like, I'm not about to do all this and then y'all going to just take my voice out. Dude, I'm not no little time actor. You know what I'm saying? I'm big time. You know,
I'm a big time actor.
I already played Lando once. Y'all not going to take me out now. That's not going to work. You want me just to do the body. You just want my body. I feel so
I feel like a piece of steak. I feel like a piece of steak at Texas Roadhouse. I'm just displayed. No, and I think if anybody, like, if you were to ask Billy D, like, Billy D openly, like, in an interview stated that Donald Glover killed his performance. Like, there's nobody that he would rather see. And I was kind of like, I
love Donald Glover. Donald Glover should do it.
Oh, yeah. I love Donald Glover. I think his role was great. I think his acting was great. I loved him more as a rapper, but when I saw him in Solo, I was like, yo, he kind of be Lando, though. Like, if you watch his stand-up comedy and you watch a lot of the things that he's in, he kind of has that Billy D mindset in certain aspects of, like, trying to be suave with the ladies and try to, like, slightly talk his way out of it without it look like he's trying to back up and, like, get out of there. And I think Billy D, if he was consulted, I think he would say Donald Glover's at the top of the list, and here's the rest. Here's the other 4 I recommend. But number 1, if you can get Donald to do it, have Donald do it because he's already killed it before. It would be dumb to bring somebody else in now.
So what was y'all's favorite part of this episode? What do you think was the best part to you of this episode?
I already know mine, okay? I already know mine. When the puffer pig blew up the first time.
Dude, it is so, as they're trying to climb over it, is just hilarious. He's like, oh God, what are we supposed to do? You're scaring it. Poor Zeb. He's like, I ain't doing anything. I'm just standing here. He's just scared. They're like, what am I supposed to do?
I love when he jumps out and he tries to catch it. And it just, oh no, boom. You know what they do.
I love how it's just the guy's face that always scares it. Like, just be you.
My favorite part in the episode is every time Lando was like, "You just gotta trust me. You'll see. You will see." And Kanan ain't having any of it. He's just not. He's like, "Nope, I can't trust you, dude. I don't even like. You're not even like." My thing is he didn't wear a cape. That is not Lando to me. He was not wearing a cape.
That was before his cape era. That was before he became Lando with the cape.
Yeah, it was before he got rich.
You know, he didn't get the cape till he got rich.
Yeah.
It just
I'm sorry.
threw me off.
I wouldn't trust Lando either. Like, just by meeting him, like, first time meeting, no way. I would not trust him at all. So I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
I love how all the guys hated him, but then everybody else loved him. Like, even Wrecker loved him. Or not Wrecker. Or
Chopper?
Yeah.
Chopper. Yeah. I don't know why I said Wrecker. Shut up.
Just thinking about Bad Batch coming out.
Yeah,
Just thinking, and he's in the background, so you know.
Block your screen, okay?
Well, I think my favorite thing was in the beginning. Zeb's like, I'm not taking Sabak advice from a droid. And Chopper, after he loses, was like, you can tell he's like, you should have listened to me. I know. Like, I'm a droid. I can tell you the odds, bro. It's like having a card counting machine right beside you. You should have listened to Chopper. You wouldn't have lost it in the first place.
Seriously.
Exactly.
I was thinking that too. Like, you literally have like a computer helping you. Like, why would you like? It is a card counting machine.
That's
You're
weird.
exactly right.
And then on top of that, you know, Kane is like, dude, do it. Like he just guaranteed. Like, why do y'all keep getting hustled? Like, everybody gets hustled by Lando. Everybody.
Yep.
Han Solo got hustled. I mean, don't get me wrong, he turned around and hustled back, but like in Solo, he had this big freaking pile of it. Just every credit known to man. And you think that Lando, he's sitting there so suave. You think he's just gonna not have something up, like metaphorically and everything up his sleeve? Like, come on.
All puns intended.
Yeah, all puns intended.
Yep.
Something up his sleeve to get out of that situation. He's not dumb. By this time, he's already smuggled. He's watched Aura Singh die. He's went through all this stuff. He knows what he's doing. And the same thing with Zeb and Kanan. It was like, how do you not look at this guy and think, oh, he sucks at this game? He's way too cocky right now for you to think that he's going to lose.
Exactly. Yes. I don't get that.
It's just he just sitting there like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Like, there you
That would
go.
make me
Like,
second
oh
guess.
damn.
I
The
think
second he
cheated.
looked at me with that confidence, like the second he gave me that confident look, I would have been like, damn, I should have folded like 4 sets ago.
Yeah.
I'm with Zeb. I still think he cheated. I think he found a way to cheat. He's too confident.
Oh
to
yeah.
Not,
No,
to
he
not
cheated.
like
Yeah.
have a plan worked out.
He had the idiot up his sleeve. You know, that's what he
Yeah.
does. That's Lando's key move. But they didn't know that.
Yeah, he cheated. He
You know he cheated.
yeah.
He had to figure out a way to get past everything, to get past the barricade on LSR. You know, he had to figure that out. So he had it all planned out. He had already
yeah.
watched them. He had everything set up. He already knew what he was doing. I think my favorite part was when Harris smacks him. That's my favorite part.
Of course, it was your favorite part because the whole time you were jealous of him too. You were sitting with
I
the other
was.
guys.
I
don't
was
like
like,
him.
man,
I
screw
don't like
Lando,
him.
man. This dude over here just, he always get the girl. Better quit hitting on my wife.
Exactly.
But I think that's why they were all jealous, because even Ezra was
Oh, for
jealous. He
sure.
was all suave
Oh,
to
yeah.
Sabine.
Bro, okay. How
Kanan
has
was
nobody like pointed this out yet? Like in the show, why haven't they all gained? Ezra totally has a crush on you, by the way. Why has that not happened in the show?
I don't know. I wonder the same thing all the time. I'm just like, how do they
ridiculously
not
obvious.
see it? Yeah.
How does
I
she
don't
not
get it.
see it? Like, how does she not pick up on every social cue? Like, she looks at him like, whatever. That's no. He's not he's not like using a pickup line. Like, bro, he's in love with you.
Listen, hey,
he
listen.
wants under that armor.
His
Like,
whip.
you don't understand.
As a woman, I could say that sometimes we're completely oblivious to that kind of stuff. Sometimes, okay. I'm just saying.
Like that, though. Like,
I
I'll
think
hit on her, and she'll be like, whatever, and like walks off. I'm like, no, that was a serious.
Yeah.
I know I got you already, but like I'm hitting on you to like make you laugh and be like, whatever, stop it. No, you're like, whatever,
Yep.
walk into the other room. Get out of here.
What's going on, Obi-Wan Kenobi?
What up?
What's up?
Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so we're discussing Rebels right now. We're discussing how Sabine doesn't understand that Ezra has a crush on her. I think she knows. I just think she blows him off.
How old is she?
Yeah, that's what
I
I
don't know.
wondered too.
Maybe she's like that old babysitter. Like,
Let's
yeah,
look
this
it
kid
up right quick.
has a crush on me, but I'm just
Yeah, I'm
not even
looking
gonna
it up.
entertain it. Because maybe it's that mentality where it's like she's just that much older, where it's like not even worth thinking about. Everyone's googling it, but me.
And me, I'm not googling.
Oh, good. Okay. If she's 16, bro, how is she not doing something?
2 years. 2 years older. It says she's
So 17.
Yeah, 2 years older than Ezra.
And
Okay.
Ezra's
I guess
14.
that's a difference back then.
14,
No, he's 15.
15.
Didn't he just turn 15?
Yeah, he turned 15 on Empire Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if she's 16, that's only a year difference. But you know how and we do have a lady here on the show that could tell you, they don't ever want to date the younger guy when they're teenagers. They don't have
Bet,
Never.
bro. Bet.
It's just,
Harrison, you don't
Although
count.
no, okay.
Every girl
I
I
did.
dated in high school was older than me.
yeah, me
I
too,
did.
but
Sometimes.
I was going after
Yeah, 'cause-
seniors as a freshman.
I went to senior prom when I was a freshman.
Right?
Yeah,
So
dude.
did I.
Yeah, dude. A senior taught
didn't
me
even
how
go to
kiss.
You guys,
I went to senior prom with the head cheerleader because I was like so persistent on it. Like I was like, I'm gonna ask you to prom. She's like, no, you ain't. And I asked her to prom, and she said yes. And then we dated for like 3 years.
My wife is older than me.
My wife is older than me.
I'm
This is-
surprised that
I'll
all
always
of you
win
guys
after-
went to prom. I've
I
never
went
been
to prom all 4 years.
I wasn't
never
even
been-
in
I
high
did ask
school
my
when we went to
wife.
prom.
I didn't.
Tori
I went.
didn't
I
go.
went
Prom is
straight into
overrated.
basic training.
It was overrated.
Like-
Prom's overrated.
I
Yeah.
graduated. I graduated in January, and then I went like a month later. I was in basic training, so I didn't even go. I don't know.
My senior
I don't know.
prom was held at an old retired prison here in Boise. It was cool. Like I was a part of the prom board. So no, the prom board was like, oh, we need an idea. And I threw my nerdy ideas out first because like you want to save the best for last. My best one was
Yeah.
like, okay, we can rent out the prison. We can fundraise, rent out the old state penitentiary and have prom in the old state pen.
That sounds
And
like a great
everybody
idea.
looked at me and I'm like, come on. Like, that's not a bad idea. And everybody's like, yo, that's dope. That's a great idea. I think we raised like 7K, rented the whole thing out, got all the stuff, the food, you name it. And it was a warm day. It was a great prom. And I was like, this is awesome. Like all my prom, like my mom's got all my prom photos. But like if I was to look at them right now, I think that was probably one of the best ideas I had.
Somebody should do a Star Wars based prom. I wonder if anybody's ever
That was
done
my
that.
first pitch.
Oh, I'm
Okay. That was my first pitch. And I got shot down so fast.
That would be like the
I like-
dopest prom
I don't know.
everybody.
They would.
Everybody dress up like
Go ahead.
everybody dress up like Star Wars characters. Like you just got
Yeah.
everybody there. That would be like the
It's Comic-Con,
cosplay
not prom.
Comic-Con prom. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Let's circle back to Kim. So you didn't go to prom because you went to basic training, yeah?
Yeah.
So instead of breaking hearts at prom, you were literally training to actually break hearts. Is what I'm saying. Like, that's badass.
That's a
Yeah,
hell of a
it was-
trade. I'm sorry. If I wouldn't have shattered my ankle, I would have sworn in and went into the Navy. That would have been cool for me too. Like that's an experience like nobody can say they had. Like
Yeah.
I
I
don't
got
know a
kicked
lot
out
of
of-
people that jumped.
No, mad respect.
Yeah.
I got kicked out of high school like probably December, January of my freshman year. And when I got kicked out, I still went to senior prom with a senior when I was technically not even into school and a freshman still. So
Garrison,
It
Garrison,
wasn't.
can you pull up that bottom chat?
Oh yeah.
oh, that was so,
Sean.
Oh,
Oh,
we did it at the same time.
Oh, come on. Stop hitting the button. Obi-Sean.
Like a recurring nightmare.
It's got to be a recurring nightmare because you got to see these kids get more awkward and awkward. Like when I was in school, we had literally the week before prom, they had us in the gym teaching us how to slow dance properly.
What?
Yeah. They had us like a certain, like, this is how you do it
No.
properly.
I'm saying what? You had slow dancing in your prom? Fuck.
Oh no, we had some. What made me laugh is like, yeah, you know, you're with your girl, you're with your prom date, whatever, and you have that really romantic song playing. You want to slow dance. We had some gritty ass music at this prom though. Like we got down. Like we
I
got in
was
trouble
drunk, so
for our
I don't
DJ.
remember.
I hired our DJ. Like I
Yeah.
went out and sneaked like the grittiest DJ that DJ'd in a downtown bar in Boise, and he played some gangster shit, and nobody was impressed except for the kids. Like all of us students were like, yeah, and the teacher was like, kill it, kill it, kill it.
Get it up.
I wear a Tux to the Clone helmet. I love it.
That's awesome.
I want a video of you busting out the moves
Yeah.
on the dance floor.
You
I
know,
need
want
video
a
evidence of that.
I want a video.
Don't
of you,
get too
like,
close to the
trying
kids,
not
though.
to execute Order 66, though. Like you're standing there on the wall, and your head's kind of like you're nodding your head, and it's like trying not to execute Order 66 during prom.
Yeah, and kill all the younglings. Yeah, I feel the same way.
That's probably what happens.
He's sitting there bobbing his head. No, I gotta ignore you. Palpatine, I can't do it.
Like it's
Poor
funny when
clone.
you're a kid, you just can't wait to grow up. But when you get grown
I
up, you're like,
know.
damn, why did I grow up so fast? This sucks.
I hate this. This is a trap. This was a trap. Like
It's one
the
that you can't
highway-
escape neither. You're gonna
Nope.
run into the force field. You can't
No,
turn away
Admiral-
fast enough.
I hear Admiral Akbar every time an adult situation comes up. It's a trap. Like every
It's a
time, it's
trap.
because I don't want to do this. Like, Mom, I know you brought me into this world,
Hey.
and I know you always threaten it, but you can take me out now. Like I'm done. Like
Hey,
didn't
I know
sign
some
up for
adult
this.
situations that I enjoy being in still, okay? Like, don't
hey,
take it
those
away from me yet.
Those don't count. Those don't count. Those are the fun situations. I'm talking about the bills. You got to have a full. You got to fill up your gas tank every week now.
Every week, like every 3 days.
My
And it
car
costs
gets
you
pretty-
$200 to do it.
What are you
My car
driving?
gets me, I'm driving a 99 Mercedes with a Chevy Silverado gas tank. I'm pretty set
no
for
wonder.
about a week and a half. So I'm okay, but not
Hey,
the point.
I was
This
looking at
sucks.
videos the other day on, what was I on? One of them things popped up on Facebook. It was like people are modifying their trunks and putting extra gas tanks in them and driving around siphoning people's gas out. Like,
Oh my
y'all are some
Real
criminals.
fast. Yo, what up, 1313? How are you guys doing? I appreciate Obi-Sean telling us.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, I
Oh, nice.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Chris,
we-
I feel you. Silverado
Ooh,
sucks.
Silverados. Oh man, we got a Dodge Ram 1500 that
So
I
does
drive to
my
work
Jeep.
right now.
Yeah, I need
Oh yeah.
far out. I can't remember the stupid asteroid's name. Not Wrecker. Why do I keep thinking Wrecker?
The record's
'Cause
in
you
the
keep
background
seeing
right there.
Ricker.
Golly.
It's right there.
It's right there, bro.
You
He's
are
here.
screwing me up.
Hey,
Oh,
record's
Chopper.
dope, so it's
I
all
need
right.
Chopper to steal me some gas, just like in this episode.
Oh yeah. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
See how I brought it full circle, guys? You're welcome.
That was
Brought us back into the
Bring
loop.
it in.
Look at
Brought it
that.
back into the loop.
Really?
And
I'm
we're back.
Lando. I'm Lando in this conversation. I'm just like, isn't it just kind of
That was smooth.
Smooth.
Just a little sprinkle.
Actually, I'm more like Palpatine. Honestly, that's how good that plan was. I'm just.
I wish I had some Sade on the thing. I just smooth operator. I don't know why that always pops in my head whenever I see Lando for some reason. Like Sade just pops up.
I think of
Yep.
Foxy Lady by Jimi Hendrix. I always think,
Oh,
ooh,
yeah.
Foxy Lady. Like I
I
think
can see that.
it's just Jimi Hendrix saying that. I can envision Lando just leaning up against a wall saying it.
Yep.
I just think of the saxophone with Careless Whisper, but maybe that's because I just have curious feelings for Lando. I'm just kidding.
Oh, just to let the fans
I'm
know
just playing.
real quick. Last week we actually hit 10,000 views on LightSaber Radio. So thank you guys very much. We
Wow.
really appreciate all the support
Awesome.
and everybody, kicking in and coming and listening to us rant about crazy stuff. And half the time we're not even talking about Star Wars.
Yeah, I know. We got on like a 15-minute prom talk.
We
But
did.
it was great. It was a great
It's okay.
conversation.
It's great. Yeah, it's great.
That's what
Great.
they come to hear.
You
They
would
all
be
come to hear
surprised.
CJ's conquests in high school. That's what it's really about.
Hey, man, my conquests in college were a lot better than high school. High school, I was the guy that hung out with everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't really care. I didn't have a social clique. Like everybody's like, "Oh, I'm a jock," or "Oh, I'm a nerd," or I play in the band," or "I do this." No, I hung out. If you were cool, you were cool. That was just how I was. Like, if you liked this and I like that, cool. We could be friends. Like we kick it. And oh, you play basketball? Oh, I'm on the basketball team too. Like we were cool. It's those social cliques that just suck because you don't know who you really are until you become an adult.
Yep.
Because you
That's a good thing about being an adult. There you go.
You didn't get beat up a lot in high school because when you get beat up, you remember that you're good at math.
No, I got in a lot of trouble in school. I was a fighter in school.
That was my problem. Once I learned that I could just, if you got into a fight, you got a 5-day vacation. I was about to get in a fight. About to get 5 days off.
You said what? I didn't say anything. What? Cool. I'm
That
going
didn't
home.
count if you got in a fight at football practice. So, dang it.
I never got in trouble at football practice for fighting. Coaches just stood back and be like, "Yo, $5 on that one." Like we had coaches coaches.
I know,
got
that's what I'm
fired
saying.
because
You didn't get in trouble.
Well, coaches used to get fired in my high school for betting on who would win in a fight at practice.
Oh, really? That's dumb.
Yeah, they were putting like $100 bills on actual fights in practice.
That's crazy.
Who's
Hey,
the
man,
bet
we
on
should do
between
that.
Chopper and R2?
Oh, Chopper. He's
You
more
reckon?
ruthless.
I don't know. R2 is pretty crafty.
R2 is protected by the gods. I feel like. So it's like
No,
I don't know.
I'm telling you.
That's a hard one to come up with. But
Chopper.
they do
He
fight.
would win that. He would win
I don't
that.
know
Ghetto.
because
Chopper's
I have
ghetto.
loyalty.
R2 will light you on fire.
He has a
So-
kill count, like a big kill count, a
Yeah,
large
so?
kill count.
Palpatine has a bigger kill count than Yoda.
Oh, whatever. Chopper would definitely defeat R2. I love R2. He's my favorite, but I'm just saying, realistically, Chopper's he's a savage, all right?
He's
ruthless.
ghetto. He is so
Yes.
ghetto. He don't
He is.
care. He does not care. He fucks with Ezra for fun and then pushes
Yes.
people down a hole that get in his way.
Yes, exactly. See?
R2 has his moments where he's crafty. Chopper just don't care.
Yeah,
Like,
Y'all are
but
just traitors.
I don't know because we don't see
Never.
Chopper taking out stormtroopers
Droids.
and the separatist droids. We see R2 doing that in live action.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we put
I still
Chopper in
think
that
Chopper.
situation and think he's
Yeah.
going to get worse about it? Yes. I feel like Chopper, if he was around during that separatist Clone Wars era, oh man, his kill count would have been through the roof.
He was around, but
Yeah.
we just don't know if he did any. We
Actually-
don't have no video footage of him doing any of these
If you
things.
think about
we
it,
have
R2
video footage of R2 doing it.
If you think about it, R2 has the highest kill count because if R2 wasn't there to fix the ship while they were getting shot at, then Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon wouldn't have met Anakin, and Anakin would have become Darth Vader, and Darth Vader and Palpatine wouldn't have ruled the galaxy. Boom. R2 is responsible for way more
That's
bodies.
guilty by association, and that does not count.
I don't know. That's a pretty hard one to think of because Chopper's he's gangster. R2 is pretty gangster.
Yeah.
And then in later episodes of Rebels, we also know that him and the inventory droid from the Empire is kind of that's pretty much like R2 and C-3PO. So they got the same type of characteristics. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. But I will stand on the fact of that we have video footage of R2 taking people out. Like actual live action video footage. It's not a cartoon. It's live
We
action.
only have drawings of Chopper.
That's speculation. It's
This
like
is
comic book. It's not real life.
Whatever, dude.
It's not
I'm
real
on
life
Kim's
if you
side
don't
on
see it
this,
in a
man.
movie.
Chopper is on some next level shit. He is like he is Clint Eastwood from El Camino. Like he is just like he is. You can laugh.
I don't know if I
you
go
know what I'm
Clint
talking
Eastwood,
about.
bro.
He is
You
that
went
old-
Fine. He can be Clint Eastwood. R2 is flipping Chuck Norris. Suck it.
Yeah.
No!
No. Chuck Norris is okay. I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be some controversial shit. Chuck
Chuck
Norris
Norris is
ain't
a
shit.
good.
Chuck Norris ain't shit.
Okay, I put it like this.
Fine,
I put it like
here's
this.
John Wick.
Okay.
I was gonna say
I'll
Bruce
keep going.
Okay. Wait a minute. R2 is Bruce Lee.
Lee. Thank you. That's what I was
Chopper
gonna say.
is Chuck Norris. They're both pretty damn good, but in the end, R2's gonna win it.
What? No.
Just like
No.
in the movie.
I mean, he
Yeah.
did.
That's not happening.
R2
R2's the
did.
chosen one.
That's the real chosen one. The Force chose him.
You brought that.
R2's got more feelings than Chopper, though. That's why I don't think that. R2 be sad all the time when shit get real. Like he just be like,
Hey,
"Oh,
R2 is kind of
Chopper
a
just
punk
gets
because he's
pissed."
turned himself off. He just
Yeah,
shut himself
that
off for
doesn't-
like forever.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
kind of
that
some
doesn't
chump shit.
count. I'm
That doesn't
disregarding
count.
That doesn't exist in canon.
What do y'all think will win out of Chewbacca and Zeb in a fight?
Chewie.
Chewie.
Chewy.
Y'all really
Ain't no
think that?
traitor. I don't know. It depends. Are we having like hand to hand? Are we having guns?
Yeah.
Are we having like
Oh, it's hand to hand.
trees in a forest? Like it depends. Like
Well,
what
we've talked
situation.
about this before,
Yeah.
and we put the arena in Kashyyyk. That's just an upper. That's just a that's something Chewie knows. If we put him in the Geonosian Gladiator pit that made Black Chrysanthemum, I honestly feel like Chewie would walk out. I feel like
I agree.
Chewie has more to fight for than Zeb.
Yeah.
Well, if we're going straight hand to hand,
Zeb lost everything.
I think Chewie's winning.
So did Chewie though. Chewie lost
Oh,
his whole
yeah.
planet.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
So does Zeb.
Well,
Zeb
Yeah.
lost his
Yeah.
whole planet.
Yeah.
Then Chewie lost his whole planet.
so I guess who would?
Zeb, they just wiped Zeb's people out.
Chewie's
Yeah.
people went into slavery.
It just sucked for both of them, man. It's just terrible.
It
Like
did.
that was like, oh, it's just good. Oh, that's just terrible.
sad.
It's not good. But I still love the Emperor, El Palpatine. Palpatine for president 2024.
Nah.
You look at it like now, it's like the Empire is Russia and the Rebel Alliance is Ukraine. They putting up a good battle, but they're just not gonna make it in the end. It's just not
Hopefully
gonna
they do.
happen.
Well, I hope they do.
But
But
yeah,
we're
so
not getting into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are not whatever that's called podcast.
We're not a
Political.
politically driven podcast. I mean, we do talk about some hot takes of political points in Star Wars that can kind of pertain to what's going on right now in the world. Not the point.
Hey,
That's straight up.
there's some dark stuff going on in the world.
Hey, we are so political. I think it's like every podcast we talk about are for politician. Like I have not heard a single episode where Kyle doesn't say Palpatine for president. So we're pretty political.
Hey, there was a couple I said Dark Grogu,
Oh,
Yeah.
Dark, Sith Baby Yoda,
Darth Grogu for president?
Dark Grogu. It has to be. He has to be evil.
Y'all were
It'll
so
never
right for a second.
His first
Don't even
act
go
as
there.
president. His first act of president would be snack time is required. That would be his first act. It's like this is what time snack time is.
It would
Every
be that.
day
It would
at
be a
3:15.
frog egg hull.
Everybody in the world got to take a break to get a snack, and we got to eat cookies.
snack time. Yep. I can't
And
think
nap
of him
So
going dark.
Tori's watching us right now, and she says Chopper was just violent. R2 was methodical,
Yes.
which makes sense. Thank you for texting me, babe. You could have put it in the chat.
She said, "Screw putting it in the chat."
She's probably
I like
watching
her.
it on the TV. She's probably watching it on the TV. So
I was
But-
trying to figure that out not too long ago. I was like, "Can I chat?" I was watching a live. Can I chat on the TV? I was laying in the bed trying to figure it out. Like, dude, you can't chat on here. This kind of sucks, man. Let me get my phone out.
how did I pay $1,000 for a smart TV and I can't use anything like a keyboard?
You probably could I'm just not smart enough to figure it out.
Oh, I can't figure it out either. That's why I was like watching the 1313 guys on my TV and on my phone so I could respond on my phone and then watch my watch my response on the TV.
Have you ever thought about it? If you really look at Star Wars, you kind of think about how Star Wars does kind of like mimic what's going on in the world to a certain extent. You know, you had like you had Vietnam, and then right after Vietnam is coming to an end, then we get Star Wars. Basically, giant country attacking little countries holding their own. You know, it like, and every single time like something's coming out, it's usually right around something is happening, and it's like, wow, when you really think about it, it's like, did they figure this out? Like, did they plan this? Does George Lucas just sit back and watch the news, and be like, oh, got time to come out with a new Star Wars? Some new crap is happening in the world. 'Cause right now we're going through some pretty dark times in the world, and now here comes Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the writers are saying this is going to be pretty dark, which is kind of
It should be dark.
kind of crazy because, you know, when you say dark and Disney at the same time, you just don't really see
laugh?
it. But
I
you
laughed-
sure?
I laughed
Are you
at
sure that's going to
Tori's
happen?
I laughed at Tori's comment on the bottom.
Dark in Disney was like the end of Toy Story 3 when they're about to fall into the fire.
Yeah,
No!
that's real though.
That was
real,
it hits you in your feels, but it wasn't necessarily dark.
I think when
I
they
thought
mean...
like Rogue
Go ahead.
One, though. I mean,
Go ahead.
Rogue
I
One
feel
was
like
fantastic.
Rogue One was, yeah, it was
Fantastic.
like, it was definitely the darkest out of all the movies. In my opinion, it was. I thought it was. It
I
was
thought
just
episode
different. You know what I
3
mean?
was the darkest.
Oh, yeah.
Revenge
yeah,
of the
but
Sith.
I
If we're
have
talking
them tied
Disney,
for
then
darkness.
yeah.
I have them tied for darkness because like you watch Obi-Wan's heartbreak and Padme die and Anakin die and turn into Darth Vader practically. And then in Rogue One, you watch all those guys that fought like badasses just die.
yeah.
You watch
No, I
Saul
loved
Guerrero
it.
go out like a
I loved it
freaking
so much.
champ. He just stood there and did that.
Hey, you asked
Every
for
time.
it.
Every time. It doesn't every time I say Saul Guerrero, you gotta pop off.
Deception.
Forrest
Okay, real
Whitaker,
quick.
we love you.
Okay, real quick before we move on, what would you guys rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10? Where would y'all rate this episode?
7. It hasn't been my favorite, but it was pretty clever, and I love that they brought in Lando. Like first season, first major character that you can bring back and tie in. I got to give it a 7 just on that aspect alone.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna go. I think I'm gonna go 7 or 8. It was funny. I mean, I love that episode, but I mean, it wasn't my favorite, but it's funny, and I like Lando.
Kyle, you go first. I still got to think.
And it's like a 9.5. It has Billy D. Williams in it. Come on, what's wrong with y'all? No, I would say I would give it a strong 8. I liked the episode. I thought it had a little bit of everything. It had some action. It had, some comedy. It had, that suave debonair Lando. It had jealousy. It just had like every emotion that you could possibly have in 24-minute episode without the commercials, because now we watch it on Disney Plus and we don't get commercials. But in that little bitty short time, they basically brought out every emotion that you could, and I think that it was excellent writing. I think that everything. I would have probably rated it higher, but just that the animation on Rebels just kills me every time. It's just when they walk and stuff, they're all like, what the hell is going on? Like, who did the animation on this? Like, I'm glad it's so much better in Bad Batch and stuff, because the animation in Rebels was not good.
Yeah.
I think probably 7. I'll just say 7. Sure. It was good, and it was just a solid episode. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. It was good. It was
Right.
good.
Okay, so we got about a 7.5 as a total between everybody.
Yep.
Now we can get back to the darkness in Disney. So one of the Obi-Wan Kenobi writers opens up and he says that the new Star Wars series is going to be dark. Now, after reading over the article, when I first caught the title, I was like, what do you mean dark? Is it going to be like some rated R dark, like some good stuff that we've been waiting in Star Wars? What they're meaning is it's going to be more like dark because you're going to see the emotional response has to do with Obi-Wan's transition from being Obi-Wan Ewan McGregor to Obi-Wan at Guinness. It's that transition. And basically what they're saying is the emotional state that he has to go through as this transformation is going to be bad. Now, he did confirm that it is set 10 years. The Obi-Wan Kenobi series is set 10 years after the events of episode 3. So it kind of gives us a reference. So now we know that Luke's going to be right around 9-10 years old. So that kind of gives us a reference. So him and Leia is going to be right in there. And the darkness is going to him trying to convert from living on this platform of who a Jedi is to not being that person no more. To being like, okay, I'm not a Jedi no more. I don't live on them fundamentals. I don't go help people. I don't do these things.
And if it took you 10 years to do that, you got an issue. That's a cult.
Dude, you got to understand. Well, basically, the Jedi were a cult. If you think about it, you're like, your whole life, you're taught these fundamentals that they teach this religion, that they teach about the Force and what you can and cannot do and these rules and everything, and how you're supposed to put others before yourself and all this different stuff. And then just to stop, to not be able to do that no more. I think that would be a very hard freaking task. Like, dude, your whole life. How old is he here? How old is Obi-Wan here? Probably early 40s, late 30s, early 40s.
No, I think I gotta give it late 40s. Either in between to late 40s. I feel like he's about to hit that 50 marker. Because I feel like he was in his mid 30s.
Well, take a look.
Revenge of the Sith. Because he was in his 20s with Anakin.
Yeah.
Are you sure he was in his 20s? Wasn't he a teenager when
So the Jedi Trials, he was a late bloomer in the Jedi
50s.
Trials. Yeah, no, he was a late bloomer. If you remember Master and Apprentice, Qui-Gon was very adamant that he's a late bloomer to everything. The only reason why Obi-Wan got on the damn council in the first place is because they had a rule in place that if you kill a Sith, you automatically don't got to take the trial. So,
All right, so
He
they
was about-
said in episode 3 that he was about 35 years old.
yeah,
Oh.
mid
This is-
30s.
So now he's like late 40s, because that's
Yeah.
10 years
He's
later,
like-
just
That's right.
give or take. So yeah,
He's like 48,
Yep,
I reckon.
that's surprising.
and
Man, he'd be looking good for 48 though.
but
Yeah, for
you know,
real.
say from 30. So from 30,
Sorry. That was very true.
the Black Cauldron,
I'm
that
sorry,
wasn't
I
real
had to-
kind of.
I had to point that out.
But if you go back and you look at it, so all the way up until he's 35-ish years old, he's been following this curriculum and this lifestyle for all this time. And we even see it in the trailer. The Jedi's biggest problem is that they can't help but to be do-gooders. That's what they do. They can't help that. We have to utilize that to draw them out. Same thing that happened with Maul. Let's kill kill this whole village, and they're going to send Obi-Wan to me. So he's been going through all this stuff, and he's trying to learn not to do that, but it's very hard because for 35 years, he has been forced into this situation of living this lifestyle from a baby to 35 years old. Now he's can't do it no more. And it has to be emotionally challenging and just because it's what you are. It's like,
especially Obi-Wan, because he's so in tune with being a Jedi. Like quote Master and Apprentice again. Qui-Gon says he's so to the book, he's so to the Jedi the Jedi code and their rules and how they establish things. And Qui-Gon was so free-willed, and Obi-Wan took that by the book code kind of aspect through his whole stint as a Jedi. Until obviously the hibernation, he goes and hibernates and hides out, and up until that moment, it was the Jedi code is life.
Yep.
they're gonna have to explain a lot of this now that I really think about it. They're gonna have to explain a lot of stuff in this episode. And then Chris just brought up a very good point that the Grand Inquisitor or the Inquisitors is around. Who killed all the Inquisitors? Like, we know Luke took out Vader, but who killed the Inquisitors?
Yeah.
Like, where did these guys? They just disappear? Like, they're just out there just hunting down Jedi, and then all of a sudden they're all gone, and there's only Vader and
Vader
Palpatine?
killed them all.
Maybe.
He got pissed off. He's like, "I'll do it myself." That sounds like something Vader would do. Okay?
That does sound like a Vader Anakin attitude. It's like, you guys suck at your job. We brought you in here. You couldn't do it.
Yep.
You said you were qualified, but you weren't qualified. Now, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to take you out, and I'm going to go handle it myself.
Just imagine you're the
Bro.
Jedi Temple guard, and now you're following somebody that's not even a master. Vader's not even a master. Like, you're Anakin. You're not even a master. You didn't ever get the rank of master. And we got to follow you. I was the temple guard. I was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I
They called
listening
me
to you?
in. They call me in to haul Jedi prisoners in. They don't call you. They don't bring your ass in here. They call me. And they give me a dope ass lightsaber and a dope ass costume, and I get to haul your ass around when you're in trouble. Like, I ain't listening to you, you punk ass. Like, get out of here.
And now, you find out, like, oh man, Vader's Anakin. Like, this dude ain't even a master. He's a punk, man. He couldn't even get the rank of master, and I gotta listen to this punk. All the other Jedi masters that become Inquisitors, and they all following Anakin now. Like, dude, this dude he ain't shit. Like, oh, this sucks. Just imagine your job is to protect the Jedi Temple. Your job is to go after, Jedis that turn to the dark or dark Jedis and stuff like that. This is your job. And then you're brought in to listen to some dude that didn't even get to be master. Like, that's like a smack in the face.
That's a demotion.
Yeah, big time.
It's like you have the highest, like you're like the CEO, and then the board is like, sorry, we all voted and you're out. Like, that is how that is. Like, you're at the top of your game, and they're like, hey, you're making like $60 an hour. and then you get demoted, and you're like, hey, you're back to 1750. Like, it's bad. I feel bad for him.
That's like being a general in the army, and then you get demoted down to being like a lieutenant. And the lieutenant that used to be the lieutenant is now the general. Like, what? I gotta listen to this dude. I trained this dude. What are you talking about? I taught him how to do. I gotta listen to him.
He gets the lowest scores in PT. What do you mean I gotta listen to him?
Like, didn't he kill a bunch of younglings? Like, that dude don't even have no class. Like, he just killed little kids. Like, I gotta listen to this child murderer.
He walked up to Shock T and stabbed her in the back. Like, he a punk. You couldn't even fight her face to face. And then he walks up to kids and has them all suckered, like, oh, he's going to save us. And then he slashes them down. Like, there's no point.
I wonder if, like, one of the Inquisitors dies because they go to Palpatine. They're like, hey, man, I don't want to listen to this punk no more. This dude ain't even got the rank of master. And Palpatine just electrocutes him. Like, why?
I was just talking to HR.
They told me to go all the way to the top, and I did. Could you imagine having to go to talk to Palpatine for anything? Like, first off, he just grotesque. You know, just to look at that dude, like, what the hell happened to you? And then you're sitting there trying to talk to him. And you're sitting there trying to talk to him, and he just doesn't like what you're saying. Lightning, like, flashes through his eyes, like, oh, I'm about to die. I'm about to die because I said something that he didn't like.
Just like looking at him, you're like sitting there standing in front of him. Please don't take off the hood. Please don't take off the hood. Please don't take off the hood.
I don't want to see it.
Oh, I gotta tell y'all. Well, I don't know. Y'all might know. If y'all look at my TikTok, I finally got my first sensitive TikTok up.
Oh, yeah.
They literally put the sensitive thing over there where you have to press on watch anyway. Very first one that I've got.
Oh, scandalous.
I was like, oh, now I feel special. Now I'm like everybody else because I ain't never had one.
Sway's OnlyFans.
I'll show y'all the video right quick of what I put up.
Oh, geez, no.
Oh, it's all right. It could be on here. I think. Maybe.
Get monetized, really? We're gonna risk this? What you guys do to get kicked off YouTube? We just showed a TikTok.
Yeah.
Hey, I got it off of here, I think. Somebody sent it to me. Somebody sent me this whole little thing, and I was like, oh, this is cool. So I cut it up and went to put it on TikTok. And then I was like, oh, crap. I got desensitized or whatever they call it.
Yep.
Desensitized.
Welcome to my pain. Happens in my videos all the time.
Hey, man, you want to know some bad news? Like the other day, I was trying to get, I was going to hit Dark Side Daddy, and his is gone. Like, his TikTok was gone.
What?
Yo,
I was like, what the hell? Like, I haven't went back on there. That was like 2 days ago, so they might reinstated him because I know you can do a thing, but like, he was gone. Like, I was like, what the hell? Where's all his videos at?
Oh, they took off his profile picture so you couldn't recognize his profile.
Well, it said just TikTok on there, but then when I clicked on it, it said this person is no longer, or this page is no longer available, or whatever it said. I said, what the hell is going on?
He might have got banned for something.
Yeah, and then like when they do that, they take off your profile picture when they reinstate it.
Yep.
And now I think they've just reinstated it because his profile picture be off. And he posted what's the last video? A week ago. The last video was a week ago.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And that's not him though, because he be doing shit every day.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't find everything was in the little chat. So I'm like, dude, and part of that is missing now. So it's like, I can't see the other stuff. So I don't know what his Instagram is. I know what his Instagram is, but like,
all
I don't
I've got
have
to
the
say
link.
is if you guys get sensitive on his videos, go pound sand. His videos are funny. They're not too friggin' heavy hearted. Like, you don't need to take it.
I've seen way worse videos than the videos he puts
You
up.
got women stripping on shit on TikTok. And y'all don't report their profile?
We know what you're into. We know you've seen worse videos. I'm just kidding.
we know worse.
I have the child safety on mine, so that's why I don't get that sensitive material. I put the child I'm sensitive.
Oh man.
He almost cried when Hera got sold to the other guy.
I know.
Oh,
I was
man.
so upset.
Oh, yeah.
It was hurt.
It's not
It hurt.
me.
It was hurt. I was hurt.
No,
Shut up, dog.
I think the whole sensitivity thing needs to kind of simmer his ass down.
You know, when it comes to social media, I think, okay, I believe in freedom of speech. Now, there's some stuff that just, because there's kids and stuff on there that shouldn't be seen.
Yeah.
Or, you know, but allow the person, like, I think that they just too harsh on some stuff. Like, some stuff is not, like, what? That's too hard. What do you mean? Like, and then other stuff they leave on there. There's stuff on there that's way worse than anything that a cosplayer is going to ever put up. You know, it blows my mind. And then you go like Twitter got porn on there. It's like, what the hell? Like, you got porn on Twitter, but then this other side will kick you off because you put a fake blaster on there and you didn't put fake gun on there or something. Like, you know, this is stupid. It's like, dude, who do they got judging this thing? And if it's a computer, then y'all need to reprogram that algorithm or the AI system to figure that out. Because it's just bad. You know, it's so bad that you can't express yourself. I mean, it's just terrible. I mean, some stuff is like, okay, yeah, that was just a little bit much, you know.
Right.
But other stuff is like, dude, y'all really kicking people off? And it just matters which platform you're on. You know, I think out of all of them, Facebook is the worst. Facebook will kick you off there for just having a different point of view than theirs. Like, what kind of crap is that? Like, this is a social media platform. You know, it's about being social and giving your opinion. But, you know, how many people got kicked off of a social media platform because they agreed with something that was true later on that we find out is true? Then they don't even give them the opportunity to get back on there. Like, oh, sorry, we made a mistake. Here goes your stuff back. Just like when I was doing the first YouTube that I did was on vaping. They kicked me off after 3 years because I said I used to smoke Newports. Oh, you're promoting a type of cigarette. We got to kick you off. Like, what? I didn't used to. That's not. Oh, but you can't use the name. You can't say the actual name. If I'd have said I just used to smoke cigarettes, it'd have been fine. But because I said Newports, boom, right out the war, they deleted my whole channel. Then I went back and you try to fight against them, and they say, okay, we were in the wrong, but all your stuff is gone. Like, what do you mean all my stuff is gone? Oh, it all got deleted. You only have 30 days. It took me 9 months to get to here. Like, and you only give me 30 days? Like, what? Like, y'all didn't even respond for 3 months. So, you know, what is the point? And it's just, it's just so messed up that they do that to people. Especially like people like Darkseid, you know, Daddy. His videos was funny. I mean, he did a lot of different characters, not just Star Wars. He did a lot of Marvel stuff. The Sabretooth stuff that he was just doing was just hilarious. And like, and we don't know what video he put up, but it was still, I guarantee it wasn't worth getting, you know, kicked off the platform.
Right.
And then it makes you think, oh, should I post this video? Oh, is it okay? Are they going to kick me off? And it's like, dude, we shouldn't have to feel like that. Right. I mean, I do agree there has to be some censoring of certain things. But like some stuff, it's like, y'all take this too far. Like somebody has
Twitter just took it too far with us.
Why?
Because the tweet that blew up about the Ahsoka Mall thing, you know how much like popularity we got on that? 2 likes or 12 likes and 2 retweets.
What
and
is it?
We were at 40 retweets and like 100 likes.
So what? How did they go back and take them off?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's all good, Twitter. Like, if you don't like it, that's fine. At least shoot me a message and tell me. Like, if you don't like the tweet, just tell me. I'll tell you to go pound sand either way. But I still want to hear it. Like, tell me what's up.
That's just messed up.
Yeah.
You know,
it wasn't spreading false information. You didn't say, oh, did you see the soda of Ahsoka? No, I said, did anybody else see this? It was a TikTok video. I even credited the guy in the comments. That way he got his credibility off that, because if it blew up like it was supposed to, which it did on Instagram, ooh, buddy, Instagram lit up on that one. But like that's what I'm saying. Like, quit being so sensitive about the situation. I'm not saying anything racial. I'm not saying anything against any communities. I'm be just, hey, anybody see this? Like, yo, what up? Like, look at this. Like, cool down a little bit.
But they do that. That's what these social media platforms do. And the worst thing about it is we're a Star Wars podcast. Everything has to do with Star Wars. It's like, how bad can Star Wars, which actually the video I put up was pretty bad. It's a pretty dark side. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I even had this question like, should I put this up? This is pretty bad. But at the same time, I was like, dude, it's funny. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. So yeah, let me show y'all.
Oh, here we go.
For all the listeners, the audio listeners, you're probably not gonna, understand this, but just come watch this video. You'll get it. Let's see.
Man, you growing those luscious locks out over there.
Yeah, dude. That's how Addison likes it.
Just don't do a mullet, bro.
She wants something to hold on
My
to.
brother has a mullet. That's not
No!
me. That's not me.
I got 2 guys I work with that got mullets, and I'd be like, every day I'm like, do you want me to fix you? Like, I can fix that.
Why is this not
I know
going
how to do it. No,
Why is this
bro.
not
not
working?
me.
This is
It's
not.
the style. No, that was the style way back when. It ain't the thing now. Quit bringing shit back that didn't work. There's no reset button on that style.
I can't believe that's
I
the thing
want
now.
my mullet back.
I can't believe that you had a mullet.
I never had
No, I never had a mullet. I had an afro. I have naturally curly hair. I had an afro.
Wow,
And when it
that's
got
mullet's
too
better.
long, when it got too long, I kind of looked like Paul Stanley from Kiss, like his hair kind of curls and goes down into his shoulders. Yeah, that's what my hair turned into. And
okay.
then we dyed it green, and I had to get rid of it later after that because I couldn't do it no more.
Okay, here we go. I figured it out.
Oh,
That was one.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this. This is in Rogue
Yes.
One, right?
Like somebody sent it to me, so I was like, dude, that's great. I posted that. Then I was like, should I post that? And then I was like, oh, I got a sensitive thing. So
well, that's the thing. I saw that on Facebook, and it didn't have a sensitive content warning on it.
yeah, I don't
I
know.
guess
On
people
TikTok,
do
they
it.
gave me a sensitive content. And the messed up thing about it, I didn't even know who to credit it to because somebody sent it to me. Like they sent me the whole video. I just cut it up just so I could put in little parts. The parts that I thought was funny. Then I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to put up the rest of these parts because I don't want to get another sensitive. It's pretty bad. The whole video is pretty bad. There's a lot of blood in it. But I'm like, dude, it's a cartoon. Like, really? You gave me a sensitive thing for a cartoon? Like, are you serious? Like, really? That's just a little bit much there.
It happens to me all the time. It sucks.
And like how did they do it on your videos? Like most of the time you're dressed up like Wrecker or you're just saying some crazy stuff. It's always Star Wars content most of the time. So how did they give you a sensitive thing? It's like man, there's girls on there shaking their ass in bikinis and like
I
you're
know.
always fully dressed and just saying funny stuff or something that, you got a song playing in the background, you just doing some crazy dance or how do you get them? Like
I think it's because when I do my edits and if a certain image pops up, I think if it comes across someone's screen, you know what I mean? And they're like, ooh, well, this hurt me in some way. So I'm gonna report this. So that's when I get hit with
You
the
think it's-
sensitive.
you think if somebody can you do that? Can you report
Yeah,
somebody and cause them?
you can report
them to
that.
get-
If you report enough videos, you can get their whole account shut down.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. That means people are in control of your account. That's garbage.
Like every
Facebook-
time I log on TikTok now, it says you are at high. What does it say? You're at a high risk of getting your entire account banned. I'm like,
Wrecker's
Okay,
just so
sweet.
offensive, I guess.
Yeah, because I'm like, dude, most of your stuff you're in like Stormtrooper or you're in Wrecker or something like, dude, and it's just comedy stuff.
Yeah.
It's never like, something that's. I can't get that because especially with all the women that's just shaking their ass on damn TikTok, like, what kind of crap is that?
it's crazy.
Like, there's girls that's like some of them videos that be running across your For You page, you be like,
I
how
know.
the hell is this on here? This is damn near a porno, you know?
This is a For You page, though. So I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
This is in your suggestions. Just
It's crazy because I'll go through and like only thing I like is Star Wars stuff. I don't like nothing else, but that crap will still come across your For You page. Like, what the hell kind of algorithm is this? Like, I don't be looking at this stuff. Why is it always this coming up? All I look at is Star Wars stuff. All I like is Star Wars stuff, and I still get this other like garbage just on my videos. Like, I mean, I'm a man. I don't mind looking at it when it passes by, but it's like I'm not paying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not paying attention to it. Like I'm looking for Star Wars stuff.
Leku, he's not interested.
I might watch your video 4 or 5 times if you're dressed up like a Twi'lek. Yeah, it might happen.
Yep.
Right.
But it's just I just don't get it. It's like, how did they do this? What do they think? I just like they say, oh, it's the algorithm based, or it's blah 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 blah, and it's like, that. How does that like? You need people to look at that. Like, is this really offensive? It's not really offensive. Click, go through. This is kind of offensive. They don't do that. It's like some computer. How's a computer supposed to know whether or not something's offensive? And then how does anybody? How does even a person know? Because what's offensive to you might not be offensive to me, or vice versa.
Exactly.
So it's like, dude, how did they figure that out? And what did they say is right or wrong? Now I can see if there's some dude, this dude got some Nazi flag on there and he's dressed up like the KKK and he's like cutting some dude's head off from another race. Yeah, that's offensive. Take that crap off of there. But, you know what I'm saying? But like somebody in some Star Wars cosplay, or just cosplay in general, just making a joke about something. How is that offensive?
Yeah.
I just don't get it. It's
what kills me is like I'm be sitting there and like I'll go through my TikTok.
Whatever, Tori.
I love you, babe. That's awesome. No, I'd be like watching videos of like people dance, like do like these square dances or these like elegant dances, and then next thing you know, their account's gone the next day. Like like we were talking about, is like something so like just minor and okay, whatever, that girl's kind of half-ass dressed, but they're doing a cool dance. And then next thing you know, you scroll to the next video, that girl's ass cheeks are like right there in the screen and they got like 40,000 followers and there's no sensitive content warning. It's like, I have a 2-year-old that likes to watch TikTok with me. Now I have to make a whole new TikTok just so I can make sure she can watch TikTok, and I got to go through and make sure I try to like stuff.
It doesn't matter though, because the only thing that I like is Star Wars content. I don't like anything else but Star Wars content. Maybe some Marvel content, because there's a lot of Marvel content that is cool. People doing cosplay and stuff. But most, like 80% of it is Star Wars content. That's the only thing I like, because that's the only thing I want to see. I want to go through and see all the Star Wars memes. That's what I want to see. That shit is hilarious to me, and I want to see. It gives me ideas on stuff that I can create.
Yep.
So when I'm looking at that type of stuff, and then all this other stuff just pops up on you, like, why is this on there? But they're not getting censors. And then it makes me upset too, because even like on Instagram, you go and you look, somebody that got, 5 million followers on there, they can do whatever they want. But a person that got, 20,000 followers, you make one mistake, they trying to delete your whole account. Yeah. And it's like socially biased. It really is. It's like all depending on how much money you make in there.
I mean, I know Dark Side Daddy's stuff, and I don't see how he could have gotten banned in the slightest.
All his stuff is hilarious. It's funny. Yeah. He's always dressed up in some type of cosplay, or most of the time. And like, I've never seen anything that I would find offensive on none of his videos. And when I clicked on it, I was like, what are they talking? Well, what do you mean his account is gone? Like, hey, how can his account? I just had him on the podcast. He was on here 5 episodes again, 4 episodes ago. And then I'm on there, I'm going off of my messages, trying to click on it. It just said TikToker. I said, what is this TikToker crap? And I'm trying to click on his stuff and nothing's coming up. And I'm like, dude, this account is no longer, or this account does not exist. Like, dude, what are you talking about? I just talked to this man a few days ago. Like, what are y'all talking about? And I was like, dude, I have never seen anything offensive. And then I posted that video, and I'm like, and then I get the little shit like, oh shit, like, am I gonna get kicked off for one video that's not really offensive? I mean, it could be offensive to somebody. There's some blood in there or whatever, but it's comedy. This is not meant to be taken seriously.
Right.
That's like another thing, man. Look at comedians. Comedians can't even tell jokes no more. Oh, it's offensive. I can't. Oh my God. Then they want to blast them all over the line for something he did 30 years ago or something like that. It's like, dude, this is crazy. It's about having fun. And I'm sorry, we're the Outrageous Star Wars Show. Y'all gonna kick us off here because we're gonna say some crazy shit. That's just what we're gonna do. If y'all kick us off, we'll start another one. Screw y'all. I'm not gonna sit back. We're not gonna censor ourselves. That's not no fun. Nobody wants to hear censored crap. I know I don't. I want to hear stuff that's fun. And we're talking about Star Wars. This is not talking about, I mean, we talk about a little bit of everything, but it's Star Wars, baby.
We talked about prom
You
for
had
20
to, you had to
minutes.
stop yourself real fast. Like, wait a minute. I mean, we do be pulling up some random shit, but we are Star Wars, okay?
Yeah, that's it. And Chris got it right. It's just some Karen, or what do they call the guys that are Karens now?
Yep.
Kevins or Kens, Karens and Kens or whatever. That's all it is. It's somebody that, I just want to make everybody's life difficult, so let me complain about something. And it's like, dude, this sucks. Like, don't ruin it for everybody else just because you want to be a jerk.
Yep.
And that's all it is. Okay, guys.
Well, thanks for coming to our TED Talk.
Our Star Wars based non-Star Wars TED Talk for today. It's just, I don't know. It's just, to me, honestly, I think the world is just lacking compassion. I really do. People are just not compassionate about people no more. Everybody's like, oh my God, it's got to be about me. Like, it's not about you. The world's not about you. It's not about me. It's about the world. Everybody do their own thing, have fun. Life is short. Trust me, I know. I just found out some real bad shit about, with my health. And it's like, dude, tomorrow's not promised to nobody. Enjoy the time that you're here. Don't take offense to every little thing, man. It's just, ugh.
Yeah.
Just makes me mad.
Yep.
Well, on that note, shall we wrap up?
Yeah, I think so. We've been on here for an hour and, 6 minutes?
6 minutes.
6 minutes. Okay, everybody. Join us this Saturday. We got a good topic coming up this Saturday.
Yeah.
CJ actually came up with the topic this week, and it's going to be a good one. So definitely join us. That's 11 p.m. It's 11 p.m. on Thursday. No, at 11 a.m. Saturday we will be live, and you guys aren't going to want to miss this episode. It's going to be really, really good. So, like always, make sure you guys subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you can be notified of all the new videos, and give us that thumbs up because it helps us get these videos in front of more people. And with that being said, may the force be with everybody. Bye. Hit the button.
Hi, guys.
Hit the button!
Oh, I'm hitting the button.
No, I'll do it.
There's a button.
Oh, we can't both hit the button at the same time. It
you hit
doesn't
the
work.
button.
Okay, on three. One.
All right, 1, 2, hit the button.
Thank you for tuning in to LSR. If you enjoyed the show, consider subscribing so you can be notified when new episodes are released. If you would like to be a guest on the show or just want to give us some feedback, feel free to email us. You can also reach out to us on all major social media platforms. They're linked in the show notes below. LightSaber Radio is produced by Pick Film Media and is a Swaycast original, starring Charlie Harwood, Garrison Turcott, CJ Elliott, and Carl McDaniel. And don't forget to join us next time for more adventures in a galaxy far, far away.